Hello everybody and do we have okay. Okay, live na tayo. Hello everybody and welcome to today's stream. For today's stream, we're gonna be talking about divorce. There's no divorce in the Philippines. In fact, sa buong mundo, ang wala lang divorce na mga bansa, Philippines and the Vatican, but that's understandable with the Vatican because puro holy men ang mga naandun and people of the church. So it doesn't make sense that only the Philippines doesn't have divorce. And to help make that cause, Senator Risa Hontiveros earlier today made that call to further push the divorce bill. Anyway, let's get the ball rolling. I'll see you in 10 minutes. If you're here for the content, jump straight to the 10-minute mark. But if you're here to support the channel, please watch everything kasi makakatulong talaga siya sa pag-support or paglago ng channel. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Oh, and since you're already here, hate you having a typical emotion. What's your nickname? Please subscribe already. Please like the video. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Ano palayaw mo? Hate you. Lulu? Hey Lulu, what's up? Teka lang share lang natin tong stream na to. Lulu, drive safely. Make sure you're not looking at the stream if you're driving. Keep your eyes on the road, man. What's up, Paolo? Oh, thank you, Lulu. I'm so flattered you think that way. Please do keep supporting. Maybe eventually we will make it that big, but for now, it's gonna be a nice journey together. Salamat. Grabe, Lulu. Making my day already. Who else is here? Actually, Paolo, yung sando natin na to, t-shirt to dati, ginupit na lang natin. Init na tayo sa panahon ngayon, kaya ginupit na natin yung mga t-shirt. And eto ang resulta. Sharing lang the stream chat. Nah, I was thin before, Paolo. Very, not naman very thin. Hey, Jax, I was thin back in high school and began my weightlift. Pwede mo tanungin si Jax classmate ko nung high school. I began my weightlifting journey sometime in 2016, I think. And I've been lifting for well over half of my life. I didn't always get it right, and it took me a long time to get it right. So it just took some time and trial and error and learning the right things to do. So hindi ako always ganito. But yeah, I have been in the gym for a long time already. Bakit tayo spin look ni Jax? Teka, mag-live na rin tayo sa TikTok. Hindi. I guess I've been active in the gym since high school. Pero I would say I was a lot less fit before. now talaga, sobrang cheesy, sobrang corny. But I do have to say that... Wait lang. Nahuhuli yung video dito sa tablet. I do have to say that it really is a lifestyle for me now. Eto na, live na rin tayo sa TikTok. Ayan. Oo nga, no, Paolo? Well, Paolo, I'm very happy you're here. From the gray t-shirt days and now all the way to the Sando Wednesdays, you're here. Wellness Wednesdays kasi to, hindi to Sando Wednesdays. Who else is here, chat? Press 1 if you're here. I see 5 of us here. We'll begin our stream in 4 minutes. Initially, parang gusto ko sari-sari stream lang to. Kaso, I kind of do want to make it a more condensed stream just to put more focus on the divorce bill. Honestly, I'm not an expert on it. I do know the possible pros of this. Cons, not so much. That's why we're gonna di naman deep dive, but dig into the comments of what people have to say, because I still do not know up until this day bakit nga ba kumukontra ang mga tao sa divorce bill. If it goes by any of the ridiculous laws that we haven't passed by now in the past, it's probably because of constituents. Constituents, it's voting power, block voting, and kung kinalaban mo ang religious groups, mahirap makuha yung voter base nila, if you know what I mean, right? So we'll talk more about that later on. Give me your thoughts also. I initially, again, sari-sari stream to pero I'm gonna have to close out all the memes so that we could just focus a bit more on the divorce bill. Good opportunity. Good opportunity pag-usapan to. Oh, by the way, chat, how's your chat? How's the stream? Is it buggy? Is it laggy? May memo ako dito from YouTube, sabi may delays daw yung stream natin. Hey Caleb. No way. Lulu and Drin, stay strong forever and ever and ever and ever. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ang bait nyo naman. Grabe, Lulu and... Wait. Lulu and Drin. Okay. Akala ko ito yung tipong, pa-shoutout naman po. Rape in nyo ko. It's not that instance. Okay. What's up, Lulu? Yeah, and I think when it comes to annulment, well, let's talk more about this later. But please correct me if I'm wrong. Pagdating sa annulment, hindi yata kasing inclusive ang I don't know what inclusive even means in this case, but I feel like kapag annulment, hindi nasiset, walang settlement kung kaninong assets yung napupunta kanino. I don't know, you know what? I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to mess things up. We'll read it as it is. You tell me what you think, chat, and we'll make a better, more informed and knowledgeable statement at the end of the stream. Well, ito na, sinisimulan na ni Paolo and ni Jax. Anti-poor, 6 digits for annulment. I do remember that a friend, I have a lawyer friend. Actually, Jax, classmate natin nung high school. Kakapasa lang ng law. And parang binanggit niya nga ata sa akin eh. I can't remember if 200k or 500k yung annulment. Oh, Ron is also here. Alright, we can start the stream already. Welcome everybody to today's stream for today's stream, it's not going to be a deep dive. It's not going to be initially sari-sari stream dapat siya, iba-ibang content from memes to current issues to food photos and neat and cool stuff on the internet. But the more and more I think about it, I think we should just dedicate the stream into knowing more about the divorce bill, because earlier today, Senator Risa Hontiveros brought up the divorce bill again. So let me show you that article. It's this one. It was earlier today. Divorce bill passage pushed in Senate. So this is Senator Risa Hontiveros, huge fan. Senator Hontiveros on Tuesday renewed her call to pass the divorce bill, adding that women who are victim survivors of domestic abuse need this legal recourse. Hontiveros urged the Senate to pick up speed as the House of Representatives has approved, in principle only, bills that provide for the dissolution of marriage. Our counterparts in the House have already been making the moves to help our country catch up with the rest of the world. The Senate must do the same. Some Filipino women have almost been killed by their own husbands, but most of them cannot leave their marriages because of the prohibitive costs of filing for an annulment. So there's that side to it, right? There's that side to it. There's so many reasons to divorce. I think there are even statistics that around the world that X amount of marriages end up in divorce, and oftentimes, if I'm not mistaken, it's used as an argument against divorce. It doesn't make sense to me kasi buong mundo legal na ang divorce. There's a process for it, except for the Philippines and the Vatican. But like I mentioned earlier, in the Vatican, puro people of the church dun, so they don't exactly need a divorce. If you look here, chat, this is the world map for divorce. So you have your criteria here. Divorce is illegal only in 2 countries, the Philippines and in the Vatican. Whereas also in the Philippines, meron actually right down ng Muslim ng Muslims magkaroon ng divorce. But as it looks like here, if you look at the legend, yung blue, and then you zoom all the way to the Philippines, right? Ayan, sa baba. Blue, may blue dyan, random blue dyan. Apparently, it's unilateral for men, consent of spouse or court for women. So may ganun bigla na twist or na parang caveat, 'di ba? Also to add, hold on. This is as of 2021. I just saw an article as well, and I wanted to highlight. According to the announcement, the Philippines and Vatican are currently the only 2 sovereign states in the world that still prohibit divorce. Now, I did mention earlier that ginagamit na argument against divorce yung idea na kung magkakasal kayo pero may divorce naman, ba't pa kayo nagkasal? 'Di ba? Hindi ba commitment ang marriage? Isn't this a very, I mean, without bringing in religion too much into the equation, but of course it's that, right? That's what's stopping it. The sacrament is sacred. The sacrament of marriage is sacred, and so you cannot just separate from your spouse just because you want to. And the argument against that is, well, maraming spousal abuse na nangyayari deep into the marriage. Sometimes you don't even figure out na nangyayari. Sometimes you don't even experience that until it's happening already. What are your comments so far, chat? Oh, wait. There's a twist here. Wait, Lulu. Ano nangyayari dito? Unfortunately, he's with his GF now. Wait, Lulu, pinag-greet mo ako sa'yo at sa BF mo, diba? But he is also with his GF now? What just happened here? Ano ang masasabi mo dito, Christian? There's also gender power imbalance in Filipino households. Women are economically disadvantaged, and if they are victims of abuse, they don't have the economic resources to get out. I have to say, Migo, that is a brilliant argument for divorce. Honestly, chat, at this point, I don't see an argument that is logically sound na against divorce. Can you please, without bringing up religion, let me know. You don't have to be against divorce yourself, pero maybe oblivious ang talaga ako, hindi ko alam kung meron ba akong hindi nakakatch. I just want to know the other side. What is the argument against divorce other than, well, the sacrament is sacred and so you don't get into marriage just to end up in divorce. Yun yung pinaka-argument, di ba? Ron here, super progressive. Sabi ni Ron, dapat meron na lang siguro specific term ang marriage, no? Every 10 years, tas pwede mag-renew. Actually, Ron, I'm not gonna argue against that. That sounds ultra progressive. May country na ba na ganyan? After all, marriage is also legally binding. So, it just makes sense na pwede magpa-renew. It's a contract as well. So, evergreen siya na kontrata, pero option ng bawat ng each party to renew if they want to. That's nice. That too, Paolo, diba? Ginagawa din ng argument na kapag konting away, divorce na agad, which I find to be mababaw. Which is really, really funny. I don't think, here's the thing, right? I don't think that if you believe, right, if you truly believe that marriage is a commitment, you work your problems out, if may problema man kayo, onting naniniwala ka na lahat ng away, maybe bar spousal abuse, right? Bar any kind of abuse, away na lang, petty fights, or maybe even big fights, but not abusive. Maybe you're on the side that says, lahat pwedeng pag-usapan, lahat kaya gawa ng paraan. If you're that lucky, right, and if you're that mature, then divorce isn't for you, right? Divorce is for people who actually really need it. It's funny. It's actually funny to me right now. Hindi ko nagigets. But maybe again, I'm not getting the complete picture here. So let's see a couple of these threads that I saw earlier that talked about divorce, and hopefully we learn a thing or two about it. This is from Risa Hontiveros' TikTok.
Mga asawa
Let's watch it together.
na walang sustento, missing in action, mapanakit, mapang-api, at hindi tumutupad sa mga sinumpaan nila sa harap ng Diyos. Babae man o lalaki, ang sabi nga ng iba, isang papel na lang ang natuugnay sa kanila. Gusto lang makalaya mula sa apelyido na ang tanging dala ay masasamang alaala. 1 in every 4 ever-married Filipino women has suffered abuse at the hands of their husbands. Some Filipino women have almost been killed by their own husbands. Most of them cannot leave their marriages because of the prohibitive costs.
Oh, there you go. Ito yung argument ni Migo.
Of filing for an annulment. Umaabot minsan ng lampas sa kalahating milyon ang kailangang bayaran para sa prosesong ito.
Magkano raw?
Sa lampas sa kalahating milyon ang kailangang bayaran para sa prosesong ito. Bukod pa yan sa mental distress dala ng pamamahiya, pagtatalo sa hukuman, pagbabatuhan ng putik, napaka-toxic niyan lalo na sa mga bata. Let us give Filipino families the chance, a way out that is straightforward and no fault. Once you realize you've made a mistake, the way out shouldn't be traumatizing to the average married Filipino, financially, psychologically, and socially. We all deserve a second chance at love and in life. Maraming salamat. Mga asawa na
It's pretty straight cut at this point. I really don't know, chat. Am I missing something? Are we missing something? I think in chat right now we're all pretty much for divorce. Hey Feb, na-miss ka namin kagabi. And the other day too. Yeah. How about you, Christian? Are you for or against? Actually, that's a loaded question. Anong masasabi mo na lang, Christian? Yeah, ito, motherhood statement daw. The family is a basic unit of society. So, hindi natin pwedeng payagang masira yon, or else we're fucked, right? But, here's the thing too. Well, if that's so true and we have to maintain that basic unit of society, and we have been since forever dahil wala nang divorce dito, bakit nagkaganito ang Pilipinas, 'di ba? So it's a faulty argument here. Yung psychological condition sa paghihiwalay, sabi ni Ron, is already abuse. What do you mean by that, Ron? What's more funny is minsan before marriage, ang tagal nyo nagsama with all struggles and through ups and downs, tas kinasal kayo, then after a month or two, biglang ayaw mo. What do you mean by this, Caleb? Oh my gosh, Lulu, no way. Let's not be distracted by that. Mainit lang talaga. I do agree with you here, Migo. About Risa Hontiveros and her writing too. whoever writes her speeches, I'm sure she has a lot of input in it. Or whoever edits her work, very, very good because it's really consistent. Yeah, again, I think right now, if you're against divorce, I think it's because it's not for you. You don't need it. You don't need the divorce. Kaya ka against. Or maybe that's why you can find all these arguments against divorce. It's because you don't need it. And that's very unfortunate. Na because and there are only a few, I believe, na who can outlast. Actually, no, that's a faulty statement. That's not based on anything. Do you see how sensitive we have to tread here? hindi there's a fine line we have to tread here, chat. We don't want to be making statements na hindi maganda, and also we don't want to make statements that we don't want to make statements that are too bold, but also statements that are dilly-dallying either. Yeah, there's that. I think Dondits. I think that's one of the arguments as well that is very difficult to find a counter to. My church says so. I'm sorry. And you don't really want to go against faith, right? There's no way na lalabanan mo ang faith ng ibang tao. That's also wrong. But I can't help also but think that the separation of church and state, it's very murky sa Philippines. I think the way Risa Hontiveros is putting it is very logical. Labas sa faith, labas sa religion, and it looks out after women and their rights and their safety. So it might be best to stick to that argument kapag dating sa for divorce, I believe. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it, Migo. Kawawa talaga babae sa batas natin. Di ba yung sa kaso ng anak ng construction magnate at asawa, the wife ang may arrest warrant pero the guy is living with the mistress. Hold up, wait a second. That is true too, Dondits, especially with the leadership of the Pope right now. We do have a very progressive Catholic Church. So could be. But okay, here, fine. The Catholic Church has heavily influenced Europe, Spain in particular. Spain brought Catholicism. and religion into the Philippines. Not Christianity into the Philippines. Sila mismo may divorce, diba? So I can't see why the logic that favors the church's views is put above everything else when the entire world except the Philippines and the Vatican already have divorce bills or laws or procedures. This is good from Ron. Kahit na annulled ka, iba pa annulment arrangements sa Catholic Church. There is a church tribunal for that. Sharon and Gabi lang yata na ang na-approve sa church tribunal. Oh, hindi rin pala, sabi ni Paulo. Yeah. I get it. I get faith and I get that we have to respect faith talaga and religion. It's just that right now the separation of church and state sa Philippines, it's getting it's non-existent at this point, I believe, because of just how powerful religious orders are in the country. All right. Before we end up saying more wrong things or more baseless things, because I think I'm blabbering at this point, maybe we can read some comments online. I-allow nyo na po yan. Top comment here. Naawa na ako sa tito ko na pinagchichitan ng asawa dahil hindi makaanak. For 2 decades, hindi na sila nag-uusap. Tapos 2 na anak ng babae. Please lang po, i-approve nyo na. Naawa na ako sa tito ko. Another record ng Philippines, only country in the world na hindi allowed ang divorce. May major force ata na pumipigil. There you go, chat. This is what I mentioned earlier. Politicians don't want to displease their Christian fundy partners. The Philippines is weird since at present... Oh, this puts more clarity into the map I showed you earlier. The Philippines is weird since at present the only part of the country where divorce would be legal is the Bangsamoro region, which allows it under Sharia law. So yun, nagbigay ng substance yun sa pagsasalita ko kanina nung pinakita ko sa inyo yung world map kung saan may divorce procedures. And then sa Philippines, parang nakalagay may blue dot doon sa baba. This perfectly sums up itong sinabi ni Risa Hontiveros. Perfectly sums up my sentiments about divorce bill. Let us campaign for it. And kung against sa religion mo, edi wag ka makipaghiwalay. Ganun kasimple. Wag isalaksak sa ibang tao ang relihiyon mo. I should not do it because it is against my religion versus you should not do it because it is against my religion. Oof! I think this is a good way of putting it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so we respect it. We respect that it's against your religion to have divorce. Pero iba rin siya sa sinasabi mo na you shouldn't do it because it is against my religion. This one is a good statement here. I think we should highlight this for the stream already. Maganda to. Joro, what's up? Yeah. Hey, Joro. Maybe a couple more statements here, chat. I find it hilarious that we don't have divorce bill yet many an annulment. Yes, we're divorced. Sobrang daming bata ang nagsasuffer dahil lang sa dysfunctional marriage. Not to say, by the way, that children don't suffer from the results of a divorced couple. There is also some consequences to that, but I think that's another conversation altogether. Alright, here's another thread that talks about it earlier today. Kaya siguro ako na-push pag-usapan to. 2023 na, wala pa ring divorce. Muling ipinananawagan ni Senator Risa Hontiveros ang pagpasa sa Senate Bill number 147 o ang Dissolution of Marriage Act. Iginiit ng senadora na kailangan ito ng mga babaeng naging biktima at nakaligtas mula sa domestic abuse. Ilan kaya sa Senado at Kongreso ang abusers? Kaya siguro ayaw nila ipasa. But how about the sanctity of marriage? Ooh, alright, let's read this one. I think this one's gonna be loaded. The marriage. In 2021, the number of cases of violence against women and children reported in the Philippines reached about 8,430. Overall, the number of such cases of violence in the country had been gradually declining the past 6 years. Spousal violence is the most common form of violence experienced by women aged between 15 and 49. The findings were based on a preliminary result, etc., etc. Based on a report from the National Commission on the Role of Filipino Women in 2009, marital infidelity is one of the major causes of stress among Filipino couples, with about 36% of men and 2% of women engaging in extramarital affairs. Here, another good counter-argument I hear often is aabusuhin lang yan para makapambabae, makapanglalaki. Yeah, Joro, of course I remember you. Kamusta ka na, Joro? Ang opinion ko lang, if approved ang divorce bill, would it reduce poverty in the Philippines? Tinatanong ni Ron. I doubt mas malabang tataas STD. I don't think it follows, chat. I think we're looking now that I've read a little more comments and mas nuanced na yung mga nakita nating opinions right now. How do we put this? I think the main argument for divorce is to protect people. Whatever argument that is against divorce, I don't think it ends up protecting people more than allowing divorce would. I get that. I get the side that says, okay, kapag may divorce, aabusuhin, mambababae, again, manlalalaki, tataas yung STDs, ang daming magiging gulo, kids will be troubled. But that already happens on the regular without divorce. Right? So hindi ba allowing divorce will actually keep all things will remain the same, right? The cheating will remain the same. The cheating already happens. The extramarital affairs, they already happen. Abuse already. Kumbaga, everything will remain the same because it's already happening without divorce. With divorce, the abuse or the abused have a chance to get out. And doesn't that make everything better already? Nangyayari naman lahat ng kaguluhan ngayon eh. Might as well allow a way out for those people who are abused. Yeah. I guess the point of this stream is to open up discussion further, right? And to raise awareness on both sides of the coin. Especially since binring up ulit today, nasa balita siya. Yeah. It makes it seem, right? Sa US nga may divorce pero magulo pa rin. So that's exactly my point. I think everything else will remain the same. With divorce, without divorce, in countries with divorce, actually, everywhere else may divorce. Andun pa rin naman lahat, di ba? Andun pa rin yung gulo. Andun pa rin yung gulo na sinasabi ni Don Ditz. In the Philippines, kung saan walang divorce, andun pa rin yung gulo. The only difference I think here I see here is that with the divorce, it allows people a way out of abusive commitments or abusive marriages. I think that's it, man. I think that's really it. All else will remain the same. But isn't that argument on its own already enough to allow the divorce bill to pass? Na for those who are experiencing trauma, abuse, may way out na sila. I mean, you could argue na onting away lang, hiwalay na. Nangyayari naman yun ngayon eh. Kahit kasal na sila, hiwalay na. Kasal pa rin, hiwalay lang. Yeah. I think I'm stuck there right now sa proseso ng pag-iisip ko. I'm stuck there. So really hoping that the thoughts in my head mature some more. The thoughts in your head also continue to be processed, so that whenever this discussion is brought up, we can have our own solid arguments on it, whether we're for or against it. Do I have anything else? Actually, ang dami nating content for tonight. I told you sari-sari stream dapat siya. Let me just give you a quick roundup on the topics for tonight sana. LRT doors, starter pack again, another meme. So ang dami natin pag-uusapan sana. Teachers not being allowed to use TikTok, oceans, and many other things. Waterfalls, marami tayong topics sana tonight. But I guess the divorce bill or yung discussion on it is a nice topic to have on its own, even if it means just making us think about it a little bit more. Okay. Dondits has a good point here. Maybe we can wrap our stream up here with Dondits and Paulo's comment. Sabi ko nga, I'm not against if divorce is for the civil wedding. If for church, as long as they don't allow it, leave it. May separation naman ang church and state, so wala na yung dream church wedding. Yeah, and I guess Dondits, I appreciate that. That's very, very, very much appreciated. Because now you're saying against yun sa religion ko, pero hindi ko pinipilit yun sa inyo. Wag lang sa church. Okay. I think that's sound. I think that's also a very cut and dry definition of separation of church and state. So yeah. I think we can probably begin drawing lines there. I don't know if we're missing out on something. Maybe it can get a little more complicated kasi in other countries, if they get married in the church, pwede pa rin mag-divorce. Maybe may ganun na blurred lines as of this moment. But I think what Dondits has to say, I think I can ride with that. Sige, pwede ang divorce, pero wag kayo magpapakasal sa simbahan. Yeah, I mean, sure. That could be a start. I really don't know. Yeah, Paolo. Again, it's the constituents, diba? Your voters. You don't wanna displease them, especially if they're the ones putting you in power. May ganun tayo na angle, which I think we saw. I forget kung ano yung pinag-usapan natin dati, pero we drew that conclusion as well. Parang at the end of the day, it's politicians not wanting to displease the people voting for them. Oh, Migo has a good follow-up sa sinabi ni Dondits. Senate or Congress legislation has never been for the church or any religion at that. Good point, Migo. And also, yun na nga, the way I think the way Senator Risa Hontiveros argues always just talks about the way it can protect people, the way you can get out from abuse. So that's pretty nice na doon nakadikit yung discussion so that we don't stray away from it and bring up things that are very difficult to argue on. Not that we're avoiding it, such as faith or religion, di ba? I don't think there's such a thing as a good mistress. Lulu, I'm sorry to say. No such thing as a good mistress. That one, maybe it's a related discussion. Maybe it's completely off topic. But chat, come on. If you're committed in a relationship, stay loyal to your partner. If you don't want your partner anymore, this is outside of marriage, by the way. Boyfriend, girlfriend vibes. Boyfriend, boyfriend. Girlfriend, girlfriend. Be loyal. Kung ayaw mo na, break up. Okay? Anyway, let's end this stream already, chat. Nice to just open up this discussion so that we can think about it more. Let it simmer at the back of our heads. And let's keep this discussion alive and not be afraid to talk about it whenever it's brought up. Not a deep dive, but more of an open discussion. So I guess, yeah, may mga ganun na tayong content, no? Meron na tayong sari-sari stream, may meme review na tayo, may deep dive, and then may open discussion. Would you look at that? Kusang nag-a-appear yung mga content natin dito sa YouTube. Cheating is wrong, period. There's no justification for cheating. Anyway, chat, please like the stream. We're about to end this one already. Please like it. 5 pa lang yung nakikita ko, chat. 10 tayo dito. Wait, let me like it with my burner. Paano ba i-like? Close the chat. Like the stream. Come on, chat. Like our stream. So yeah, open discussion lang tayo for tonight. I'll see you again tomorrow for YouTube. Yeah. Have a great evening, everybody. Walang pagsisisi. Never, ever. I mean, no pressure. No pressure kung ayaw nyo mag-like. Pero, come on, chat. Hit the like button already. Have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Jumping over to Kumu right now. Ano bang topic natin for Kumu tonight? Let's see. Actually, ang dami nating leftover online content na hindi natin napag-uusapan. Bad workout supplements ang content natin for Kumu. Have a great evening, chat. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Paolo. Bye, Ron. Yel. Thank you so much for your inputs. Don Ditz, Migo, Feb, of course. Who else got here? Si Jax and si Lulu. Lulu, final reminder, cheating is not good. Keep safe, everybody. Bye-bye.